ABC 15 breaking news.
The time now is 5 o'clock on Saturday. We start with breaking news in Tempe. I'm Nick Saletti.
And I'm Ellison Rodriguez. An MCSO deputy shot early this morning during a traffic stop. Right now, the gunman is still on the loose.
This all happening near Price and University. That's where we find ABC 15's Mary Ellen Resendez. Mary Ellen, first off, how is that deputy who was shot doing right now?
You know, Nick, we just spoke with MCSO. We're told that he was shot multiple times in the legs. He is in the hospital, but he is going to be okay. He's a 10-year veteran with the Maricopa County Sheriff's Department. Now, this is what they're telling us right now, is that he was working the Cinco de Mayo DUI patrol here in the East Valley when he stopped a car down the road on Price, right at Price and University, just south of University. Now, he was just getting ready to let that person go when another car unrelated to that stop pulled up and opened fire.
The only thing we have is a late 80s, early 90s silver Cadillac. That's it. Nobody saw the occupants of the vehicle. It's unrelated to the traffic stop. He was just finishing it. Was about ready to let the folks go.
We're back out here live at Price, just south of University, and you can see MCSO and Tempe PD both investigating this shooting. We're told the road here is going to be closed for several hours. There is a helicopter that has been circling around above us. We're not exactly sure what they're looking for, but like we said, the suspects are still on the loose. They're not exactly sure who they're looking for. They're hoping to get some tips on this, but right now they have no description on the suspects, only that partial description on the car, which is a late 80s, early 90s silver Cadillac. Back to you, Nick and Ellison.
All right, Mary Ellen Resendez reporting live for us. Keep us posted on what you learn out there. Let's go ahead and turn to our weather alerts now. No doubt a lot of you seeing all of this happening around the valley there on your right-hand side. You see some of those lightning strikes lighting up the sky there. I even saw a few of those this morning, and I know Nick did as well. On the left-hand side of your screen, you're seeing just kind of some of the video that we were getting across the valley of some of the rain that fell. Now, it didn't fall for long. No doubt a lot of you noticed it was raining 1 second and then gone the next, and that's a nice shot there that you see of the clouds just kind of dumping a lot of rain in one area at a time. And I can tell you it was mostly a West Valley kind of event here. A lot of parts of the East Valley weren't really picking up too much rainfall there, any measurable rainfall anyway. So
the question now is, can we expect to see that same stuff this morning, later on today?
I know what we do still have a chance, Nick, and everybody at home. We pulled up Desert Doppler right there on your screen, and you can see not a lot happening there. So it is a pretty calm morning right now. That's not to say that a shower could not pop up as we get on in through the rest of the day, but chances are looking pretty slim at this point. A quick look at your current temperatures right now, and you can see it's not too bad out there, still a little bit mild, but you will notice cooler than we've seen the last couple of days, and a lot of those clouds kind of sticking around with us throughout the day today. So as we break down your Saturday here, looking at that morning run forecast, by 7 a.m. still have those clouds around 61 degrees, keeping things pretty cool by 9 o'clock, 66. And then we're getting pretty nice as we get into the afternoon. You can see by 4 o'clock, great conditions, 78 degrees. We'll have some of those skies. So it's our last kind of taste of spring before the triple digits start to come back. We'll at least be flirting with those. I'm going to explain that to you in the 7-day forecast. Plus, we're going to talk about that Mother's Day as well.
5:03 and caught on video. Check out these intense flames from overnight. Not the way you'd like to end your night. We rolled on our ADOT cameras just as his car exploded with flames. It happened around 2 o'clock this morning on the Loop 101 near 75th Avenue. When firefighters got there, they put it out with their extinguishers. We're told that everybody riding in this car was able to get out safely. No word yet on what sparked it. Right now, police are investigating a bad crash from overnight. We brought this to you as breaking news at 10 o'clock. 7 people were involved in this one after 3 cars collided. This near 43rd Avenue in Osborne. 2 people taken to the hospital, including a 14-year-old boy. Officers tell us somebody involved may have taken off from the scene. So right now, we're working with investigators to try to figure out if they have any leads in this case, if they can find that person who might be missing.
A tragic scene in North Phoenix now as a man is killed inside of this house fire. And right now, investigators are still trying to piece together exactly how it all happened. Authorities say the homeowner is a gun dealer and the man had repacked ammunition inside of his home. Witnesses heard popping as those flames raged, but the ATF says they don't believe any of that led to the fire.
It was a shock to see all that, seeing this house has been here since I've been here, and it's, obviously it's going to be changed. It's going to be gone forever, I guess.
And we know the victim was in his 80s. This home near 12th Street and Peoria.
People in one Valley community are relieved this morning after police catch a flasher. A Valley man facing several counts of indecent exposure. According to court documents, 25-year-old Terrence Clark flashed people at the Smart and Final near 35th Avenue and Greenway. Then did the same thing down the block at the Ross and Dollar Store. The suspect was finally caught when he hid in a neighbor's backyard.
Pervert little punk. Some guy jumped over our fence and we took off chasing him. He jumped over the other fence.
Clark is now facing felony charges and now criminal trespassing for allegedly jumping through those backyards.
Well, it should have been the final chapter in the controversy over a student photo spelling out a racial slur, but instead, Desert Vista's yearbook is stirring up new controversy. The yearbook staff created a 2-page spread showcasing the senior class photo that started it all. A timeline explaining how the offensive photo went viral and focusing on the healing process and how the students came out of it stronger. But some parents and students, they don't like that this incident was mentioned at all. So the school ordered those pages be glued together. Reactions on campus are mixed.
In the past, just leave it behind, like it's not that big of a deal anymore, and poor girls, and so they just didn't need to do that at all.
It was definitely like a huge landmark that, marked our year here at Desert Vista.
Now, the district says administrators give the final approval on what gets printed in the yearbook. But if a student wants an uncensored version, they can exchange their glued pages.
506, we've seen them run around schools, run around the desert, but this morning we're learning a pack of javelinas ran right at a woman and her 2 dogs, attacking them in Fountain Hills. Now, we're told the javelina came out of a nearby wash and began biting this woman. Her husband able to free her, but the dogs were still getting attacked. Some in this area say people are making it worse because they are feeding these wild animals.
And anywhere in the valley where javelinas are being fed, there is a chance of a negative interaction happening.
Now, here's a closer look at some of the javelina in this specific area. 6 of them had to be put down. That woman is recovering from surgery this morning after being bitten several times during the attack. She's also getting treatment for rabies. Her dogs are expected to be okay.
A couple in the West Valley searching for answers now. Take a good look at the upper left portion of your screen. 2 guys stealing a trailer right from a home near 91st Avenue and Buckeye, and it's not just any trailer either. The homeowner uses it for work. He builds custom cabinets. Now, here's an up-close look at that trailer. It has that big yellow caution sign right in the middle. This man's livelihood is at stake, so if you see it, please let police know. ABC 15 first to show you the crash scene Thursday night, but that's just a sliver of this story here. This morning, all kinds of details are coming out about this one. Police say this was the crash scene involving the getaway car. The man inside accused of randomly targeting a shopper at Chandler Fashion Square and sexually assaulting her, then stealing the car of a second woman before crashing it a few miles away. Shoppers we talked to are horrified.
You think it's a safe area, and then this happens. It's kind of scary. I mean, what's going on?
I do see the security guys going around, and I think that sounds like a very random and pretty extraordinary, unfortunate occurrence.
Now, the accused attacker is still in the hospital right now, but once he gets out, police are going to release his name.
A man up to no good in Mesa, dubbed the Acid Bandit. This guy walked into a Wells Fargo near Gilbert and University, threatening to spray sulfuric acid on a teller, then demanding cash. This happened back in January, but he still hasn't been caught. He drove off in a silver or gold Toyota Camry 4-door. So if you know this guy, please call police. A slain officer's family relieved. Killer Danny Martinez will serve the rest of his life behind bars. Martinez even smiling and looking back at the family of Officer Travis Murphy in court yesterday. Murphy's family and fellow officers pleaded for a judge to throw the book at Martinez. It was almost 6 years to the day that Officer Murphy was shot several times near 19th Avenue and Indian School. His brother-in-law wanted the death penalty in this case.
It helps out with the closure, definitely. It's just, mostly it's important to see my sister happy, and that's what's been hurting me and caused me so much anguish for these last 6 years of this trial.
Officer Murphy left behind a wife and 2 small children.
Happening now, a desperate search for an ASU professor who is far from home. Deputies finding 59-year-old Deborah Schwartz's car and camping equipment, but not her. She was last seen Wednesday at Pine Flat Campground in Oak Creek Canyon. She was supposed to check out that morning or pay to stay another day, but she never showed up. A case of bad gas causing big problems for some Valley drivers. Quick Trip saying a delivery driver accidentally mixed diesel fuel in with regular gas at a store near I-10 and Miller Road in Buckeye. More than 20 cars affected by this mix-up, most of them breaking down almost immediately.
Tow it in. Don't try to start it and run it and dilute it and add more gas. Stop the engine, get it in, and just drain it all out.
Now, Quick Trip is paying for repairs and rental cars, but you do have to give them a call. That number we posted right on your screen.
Well, a massive fire continues to rage up north, and this morning, fire officials fear the blaze could double in size by the end of today. In this drone video, you can see just how thick that smoke is, but up close, those flames are extremely intense. Just check this out here. The fire covers an area larger than New York City. Nearly 100,000 people forced from their homes this morning. Dozens of homes and structures already torched. Fire officials say it could get worse before it gets even better. That's because of extremely dry conditions and hot, windy weather throughout many parts of Canada. But you just feel so bad for those people. One woman, I was watching the news earlier, and just described it as hell on earth, what exactly those people are going through.
Yeah, seeing your entire community, the places you grew up, just go up in flames cannot be easy. So, of course, our thoughts are with all of them there. Meantime, let's turn our attention now here back to the Valley and your most accurate forecast. We do have to talk about this today. Some good news as we look at your pollen forecast here. Not going to be too bad for us today. A little bit worse tomorrow on your Mother's Day, but still, at least we're out of the high category. So that's some good news there, and things will drop back off on Monday as well. As we take a look at your Valley planner, take a look today. Those temperatures much lower than average for this time of year. I'm talking more than 10 degrees. So we're going to be topping out in the mid to upper 70s for a lot of us today. We will start to warm up as we get on in through the next couple of days, but we just got to stick with this cooling trend at least for today. Coming up, we're going to break down your Saturday hour by hour so you can plan it, plus give you a look at that Mother's Day forecast.
We're going to enjoy these cooler temps while they last, I think. Well, coming up, pins and needles as the nation waits to learn just who will be Donald Trump's VP. Could she be a former governor of ours? That's a hint. It's Motorcycle Month in Arizona. The best tips for keeping drivers and riders safe on those roadways. We're back after this.